Hey, are you interested in learning? Check out our videos. Want more knowledge content? Make sure you've subscribed to our channel.
When we talk about deploying AI models, most people immediately think of cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, or GCP. But sometimes the simplest and most flexible way to get started is by using Docker, running your model as a containerized service that you can host anywhere. So in this session, let us walk through how you can deploy an AI model on Docker and make it accessible through an API endpoint, conceptually and clearly, without diving into heavy code. Imagine you have a trained machine learning model, maybe something simple like a sentiment analyzer or a recommendation engine. Once you have your model file, the next big step is to serve it, which means allowing others or applications to send data to it and get predictions back. Traditionally, you would do this by writing a small application in Python using frameworks like Flask or FastAPI. That app loads your model, receives input, performs inference, and returns the result. It is basically your model API. Now here's where Docker comes into play. Docker lets you package your entire application, the model, dependencies, libraries, and code, into one lightweight container image. Think of it like putting your model and environment into a portable box that can run on any machine, whether it is your laptop, a server, or even a cloud cluster. The process conceptually starts with something called a Docker file. This is just a set of instructions that tells Docker how to build your environment. You define the base image, for example, a Python image, then copy your model and code, install libraries like TensorFlow, PyTorch, or scikit-learn, and set the command that runs your API server. Once the Docker image is built, you can run it as a container with a simple command. And boom, your model API is live on your local machine. You can test it by sending HTTP requests using curl or Postman, and you will see your predictions coming back just like any other web service. Now, the real power of Docker is that this same container can run anywhere. You can push the image to dockerhub, AWS Elastic Container Registry, or Azure Container Registry, and deploy it on cloud services or Kubernetes. You can even host it on your own server if you want full control. This makes it perfect for developers, researchers, or teams that want to move fast without setting up complicated environments. Let us talk about scaling for a moment. Suppose your model is getting more traffic. You can easily scale your containers. For example, run multiple instances of the same Docker container behind a load balancer. That way, multiple requests can be processed at the same time. If you want more automation, you can connect it with Docker Compose or Kubernetes, which help you manage multiple containers working together, maybe one for your model API, one for your database, and one for monitoring. Now, here is something that makes Docker even more attractive: versioning. Every change you make to your code or model can become a new Docker image version. This means you can easily roll back to older versions if something breaks. It is like time travel for your deployments. When it comes to making your model accessible, all you need is to expose a port, for example, port 8000. You can then connect it with any application, website, or even another AI agent. Many production teams combine Docker with NGINX or API Gateway to secure and manage requests. And if you need authentication, you can easily add an API key system. One small but important point: always make sure to monitor your container's resource usage. Tools like Prometheus, Grafana, or even Docker's own metrics can help you keep track of memory, CPU, and latency. So if you think about it, Docker gives you the perfect middle ground between local development and full-scale cloud deployment. It is lightweight, repeatable, and cloud-ready. And yes, once you master this process, moving to Kubernetes or mlops workflows becomes a natural next step. So next time you finish training your model, don't let it just sit there as a PKL or PT file. Wrap it inside Docker, give it a small API, and bring it to life, ready to serve predictions to the real world.
How did you feel? Is it helpful? Appreciate our efforts in the comment section below. Hit like button, share with your friends about us, subscribe our channel to get further updates, stay connected with us on social networking sites. For more free tutorials, visit our website www.learnetyguide.net.